What's up guys, this is Jay from Generation Geek, and today I have another most powerful feat list video for no other than Doreen Green, the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. And literally after going through some of her feats, yo, Squirrel Girl is absolutely nuts, and everything that you have heard about her being unbeatable is actually true. And we're going to get into that list. But first, of course, if you guys are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the Geek fam. We will love to have you. So first, when going over Squirrel Girl's powers, aside from her being obviously super popular in Marvel Comics and like her own cult-based following, and obviously with her recent appearance in a new game, Marvel Rivals, everybody is completely in love with the Squirrel Girl, and for good reason. Doreen Green has some feats that put her above some of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe, and like I mean that. Some of your favorite characters and favorite villains, Doreen Green, Squirrel Girl has beat them all for the most part, at least those of note. So when it comes to her base powers, you know, Squirrel Girl has all the powers of a squirrel. So that means talking to squirrels, you know, her connection to acorns and stuff like that. She can control them, tell them what to do, kind of like how Aquaman does with fish and things like that. She's a brilliant hand-to-hand combatant. She's obviously good with conversation, has very sharp claws, speed, agility, all of that super enhanced human stuff. Also, she has the tail of a squirrel, you know, human-sized. You would think with that, like, she's not really doing much, but when we go into these feats, you're gonna be like, what the heck, like, is this character, and why is Squirrel Girl literally so broken in Marvel Comics? So she has this similar thing going on with Deadpool, where, you know, like in comics, you don't have to take things too serious all the time. You know, you can kind of have fun with her character and things like that. You can make her do some ridiculously crazy things. And surprisingly, Squirrel Girl actually has some super impressive strength. She's literally able to hurt beings that she shouldn't hurt, like beings that are copying the power of the X-Men and the Mutant Colossus. So this being literally has the same metallic skin, the osmium skin of Colossus, and she's able to punch this Colossus fake, and literally was actually able to hurt it to where he said, you know, ow, that hurts. She was even able to punch the freaking Silver Surfer in his face. Now granted, it did hurt her hand. She was like, wow, like she thought it was a fake Silver Surfer, but it really was him. And not only did she punch him in the face, but she also took a blast of the power cosmic from Silver Surfer as well. So not only is she incredibly strong, but she's actually incredibly durable. And for a lot of situations, she's seen as like the only being that can handle some of the most outrageous characters like Deadpool, like with the Great Lake Avengers, in which she is like the prominent member of. Like they literally could not get Deadpool out of their house, like that he completely taken over. And literally he had to come and get Squirrel Girl, who literally came and manhandled this man and literally kicked him out, that Deadpool like had to leave. Like the Deadpool, the fourth wall breaker, is no match for Squirrel Girl. And of course, everything that you've seen about her is true. Yes, she has defeated Thanos before. Granted, it is something that we do not see on panel, which kind of happens a lot with Squirrel Girl, but you even have Uatu the Watcher himself, who actually verifies, like, no, this is not a clone of Thanos, this is the actual Thanos, and yes, you did single-handedly beat him, Doreen Green. She also has this clone named Aileen. Aileen is a clone of her, you know, from this whole thing with the high evolution and everything, but basically she can do everything that Squirrel Girl can do, pretty much the same as like Ben Riley with Spider-Man, like can do everything Spider-Man can do. Same abilities, same potential and everything. And literally Aileen was strong and smart enough to take out almost every superhero and villain. And I'm talking about people like Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, like Storm, Gwenpool, all of them. Like she was able to take out the X-Men all by herself. She even had like a list of like how and which order she was going to do it. So it kind of doubles as like a feat for Squirrel Girl, because obviously if she wasn't good, she would have the ability to do this too. I mean, she's taking web shooters, you know, visors, Iron Man gauntlets and stuff like that. Literally was able to take down almost every hero and villain in the Marvel landscape. And this is like actually canon stuff. She was literally able to one-shot the Red Skull. Obviously was able to go hand-to-hand with Doctor Doom. Broke a mug on Sinister's face. Like she is like a completely like disrespectful. She doesn't care who you are or how scary you're supposed to be. If you're going against Squirrel Girl, she's going to give you that work. She even has some crazy feat, like a Superman type feat, in which like it was this train that was coming, and of course the track was broken. She was trying to like mend it back together with her hands, which is a crazy strength feat within itself. But then she literally just lays down and uses herself as a track and lets the train run over her. Like this girl is not normal. Like she does not have any like normal range of durability. Like Spider-Man can't do that. Like she has to be way stronger than what we give her credit for. When it comes to hand-to-hand combat, she was literally able to beat Wolverine. Now, Wolverine is a master of combat. Obviously, he lived for hundreds of years, has all different types of training, and outside just using his claws and obviously his healing factor and stuff like that, Wolverine is super capable in hand-to-hand combat. I mean, able to go against the likes of like Spider-Man, Iron Fist, all these people in like the Mighty Avengers. Like Wolverine was beating them all. And then you got Squirrel Girl who comes and literally just put paws on this man, like beats up Wolverine, and then she like turns his back on him and he kind of puts her in like a, you know, Kimura hole like behind her and stuff like that. And then she calls all of the squirrels to come help her, and like Wolverine yields. He's like, you know what, you got it, sister. Like, I don't want those type of problems. Like, Squirrel Girl was able to humble Wolverine in front of people. Like, this actually happened in front of people. So with her durability, she's able to take blasts from Dr. Doom. Now, these same blasts are able to incinerate entire people. Like, blasts from Dr. Doom, they're only meant to really kill. Obviously, he has stun features, but when he's shooting and fighting like regular other people, he's trying to kill them. And she's able to tank blast from him. Obviously, tank blast from the Power Cosmic, which is crazy, which is one of the most powerful sources of power in the Marvel Universe. And yes, Squirrel Girl actually did defeat Galactus himself. Now, it wasn't in a traditional way like how we kind of assumed Sentry did, even though that was off panel as well, where it's like a long dragged out fight. Nope. She beat him, and literally it was by having conversation with him. She literally made a friend out of Galactus, and he literally like yielded to her, gave her a trading card and everything, a renewed trading card that was destroyed. He gave her a trading card on himself. It says, you know, that she's his friend now, and obviously how powerful he is and things like that. Like, she literally made a friend of Galactus. And he's like, hey, if you ever in the business of being a hero, like, my girl, you first on the list, like whenever you're ready. She beat other powerful villains like Kang the Conqueror, like with a whole bunch of future versions of herself. But it was able to beat the man who has so many different versions of himself, who should be used to this. She literally defeated Kang the Conqueror, the Master of Time. She beat Taskmaster. Now, we all know that Taskmaster is like one of the most revered mercenaries in the Marvel landscape. Obviously very respected, gets paid a lot of money to do what he does. He even teaches people how to be henchmen and things like that. But Taskmaster has the ability of photo reflex, in which he can copy anyone that he can see as long as he can complete the task and stuff like that. So all the moves of Spider-Man, Daredevil, Wolverine, you know, he can copy them all. Obviously, we've seen that he does not like copy Moon Knight, because Moon Knight likes to take hits, and Taskmaster's like, this man is crazy. But he tried copying Squirrel Girl and her fighting technique, and he couldn't because she has a squirrel tail, and was able to beat him up with the squirrel tail. Like we said, the thing with Galactus, she literally has the gift of gab. Like, she literally stopped him from eating the planet. Like, she's been able to like talk down villains. She's made like a friend out of Craven. Like, she just has these abilities where the pen is mightier than the sword. Like, your words can be stronger than actually using your hands, and Squirrel Girl is the perfect example of that. She even was able to beat Nightmare in her own dream dimension. Like, literally, he came into his dreams, and we all know like Nightmare is the master of dreams, and Nightmare is all this other stuff. That's kind of what he does, his whole stick. Like, even he's a rival to Doctor Strange, and he's this type of like Eldritch type lord in which he is feared and respected amongst the Marvel cosmology. And literally, Squirrel Girl was literally beating him in his dreams. Like, literally was having people like Count Nefaria, who is literally like a Superman vampire archetype, in which he has like the power of Superman, but he like has to feed off ion energy and stuff like that. And she literally beat Count Nefaria, one, because she's like, I don't know nothing about him, his name is Count, so I'll tell him how to count with his fingers. Beat him. Then you have Nightmare come down, like covered in like a symbiote venom type thing. She beats him in that. Like, so she literally was like sunning Nightmare at his own game. And Squirrel Girl's like feats are just crazy. And that is our list. What do you guys think of Squirrel Girl? And are you guys playing her Marvel Rivals? If there's any other people you like to see me most powerful feat list, leave that in the comments below. And if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, and join the Geek fam. We would love to have you. As usual, I've been Jay from Generation Geek. Y'all be blessed, and peace.